The auto technician shortage. You've heard it all before, but this time there might be something different about the message. We're going to be reacting to a Detroit news report that says dealerships need thousands of technicians, modern vehicles need smarter people, and college isn't the only path anymore. Like, yeah, who hasn't been saying that? The media, of course. They only pay attention when it affects a specific gender. But for once, the mainstream media is talking about skilled trades, but they're still part of the story they are not telling you. So, without further ado, take a look at this.
All right, it's time to trade up as more about massive college debt. One program in Metro Detroit is training the next generation of auto technicians through hands-on experience inside real car dealerships. So let me take you to Clinton Township to show you how this particular program works. Today's auto technicians aren't just turning wrenches, they're solving problems.
If you love going and being Sherlock Holmes, trying to figure things out, this is really the space for you.
Inside the service bays at Moran Chevrolet in Clinton Township, students in General Motors Auto Service Education Program, or ASEP, are training for careers in one of the most in-demand skilled trades in the country. The program combines college coursework with hands-on experience inside GM dealerships. Today's vehicles require far more than basic mechanical skills.
The technicians nowadays have to be really, really smart.
General Motors says modern vehicles rely heavily on software, electronics, networking, and advanced diagnostics. In fact, the U.S. Department of Labor estimates tens of thousands of technicians are needed nationwide.
There's about 46,000 technicians needed just in 2026 alone.
For Alexandria Hulk, who grew up in Macomb Township, her career path started with a love of building things.
When I was younger, I was very hands-on, so I always...
Before she goes any further into it, the actual numbers that are needed to fill those positions as technicians is about 70,000 per year. So the report from Click on Detroit, it's highlighting GM's automotive service educational program. It is known as ASEP, and it follows students inside dealerships while earning classroom credits. And it also points to a growing demand for technicians across North America. And this isn't new. If you've been following this channel, my channel, you've known I've been reporting about this for the past 5 years or so.
wanted to be building things.
Now she's just days away from graduating the program, and she says the experience has given her a new level of confidence.
This career is very rewarding in the fact that I was taught all these skills and I can actually apply them now. And it kind of gave me the sense of confidence where, yeah, I can look at a car and read problems and I can solve that as well and fix the car from beginning to end.
Alexandria says her family was initially nervous about her entering a male-dominated field, but that quickly changed.
And they're very proud and they love it too.
Tiziano Spagnoli took a different route to get here. After trying college at Oakland University, he realized a traditional classroom setting wasn't the right fit.
I went for about a month and a half in Oakland University to be a mechanical engineering, and I didn't like it at all. I'm much better at learning while I'm doing something.
Now he's learning inside the classroom and the shop at the same time. He hopes to eventually have a service bay of his own.
I really hope I'm gonna continue to work on Moran.
That's right, and we want to remind you that this story is part of our Trade Up series.
Honestly, I agree with a lot of what they're saying. Today's technicians, they spend as much time diagnosing software and electrical systems as replacing mechanical parts. And that's simply how modern vehicles are being built. GM itself says its training now focuses on diagnostics, networking, electronic, and EV systems because those skills are now part of the job. But if we're going to be talking about auto technician shortage, we have to tell the whole story.
So next time you see a mechanic, thank him. We're a dying breed, and the way things are going now, if you don't take care of us or kind of treat us to the better, you're not going to have many mechanics around, and then you're going to be paying $500 an hour for door rate. So make friends with mechanics.
If you work in a dealership, an independent shop, or you're thinking about entering the trade, leave your experience below. I read every comment because this conversation, it's affecting every person who owns a vehicle.
Shortage of technicians? Let's talk about why. Shortage of techs? You're looking for that super tech, and guess what? He's probably either already established or you lost the one already because you couldn't pay him correctly, or your establishment is trash, or maybe those false promises that you got him, those raises that you said you were going to give him, and then, oh my gosh, please don't leave. And guess what? Will's his toolbox all out of there. We know that this industry has changed over the years. We know that owners bought out certain businesses and stuff like that, and technicians are being treated like trash. A lot of them, the good ones, done out of the industry, and now you're trying to mold the new ones that are up and coming, which is fine. So you're trying to get that, make that super tech. I'm pretty sure a lot of dealerships out there had that great tech, and guess what? They got a better offer somewhere else, and you could keep it. You got some techs that you're interviewing and they can't diagnose worth of crap. And oh my gosh, I can't find the right technician. You got to start taking care of the ones that you have. And I'm not talking about the ones that lie and then they have team comebacks and then they're wondering why they're not getting hours. No, not those. I'm talking about the ones that you know that need to be kept.
And there's so many facets to the story. And there were also stories in the past. It's still going on where the larger auto groups are buying up the smaller dealership companies and the model actually changes because everybody's thinking about honoring the returns to the shareholder. That's what it's all about. So us as customers, we're just turning into a monthly subscription where they need us every single month to buy into the many upsells that these dealerships want us to fit into. And that's where it all starts. Then it trickles down to the people who actually knows how dealership operations should be run. They're also walking away. A lot of credit is not given to those individuals. And then first and most importantly, finding good qualified mechanics. Let's give credit where credit belongs. It's refreshing to see television finally showing technicians as skilled professionals instead of people who turn wrenches. And that stereotype has been outdated for years. Modern vehicles, they contain dozens of electronic control modules, high-speed communication networks, and advanced driver assistance systems and software that has to be diagnosed before a single part gets replaced. And that's real technical work. The students featured also deserve recognition. Alexandra, she found a career that fits how she learns. And Tiziana, that's the guy, he realized that traditional university program wasn't for him and switched to hands-on training. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, too many young people were told that for years that a 4-year university was the only respectable option out there. Reality has proven otherwise. Now, here's what the report didn't spend much time discussing. If dealerships are short thousands of technicians, what happened? The shortage didn't appear overnight. For years, many experienced technicians, they left because of the flat rate pay system, expensive tool costing them thousands of dollars, warranty labor times that keep shrinking, and limited work-life balance, and the physical demands of the trade. And those issues, they still exist. Training more people is going to help. Keeping experienced people matters just as much. The report also mentions roughly 46,000 technicians openings. Different organizations publish different estimates, but they all point in the same direction. TechForce Foundation projects a major gap between technician demand and graduates entering the workforce, while the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, they continue to project tens of thousands of openings each year as experienced technicians retire or they move on to something else. And that's why this isn't simply just a hiring problem, it's a retention problem. Another thing I'm appreciative of is the fact that this showed that this career is open to anyone that is willing to learn. The industry needs good technicians. It doesn't care if you're a male or you're a female. If you can diagnose problems, repair vehicles properly, and continue learning as the technology changes, you'll have opportunities. You'll always have opportunities, and that's what matters. And speaking of learning,
airlines are actually running out of mechanics. Here's how you benefit from that. The FAA projects a shortage of over 40,000 mechanics in the next decade. 40,000. Airlines can't find them. The ones that they have are retiring. Delta, United, American. Every major carrier has open positions for aviation technicians. They're not waiting for degrees. They're competing for anyone holding an FAA certificate. When demand outruns supply, you set the price. So if you're already good with an engine and you want to upgrade from cars to planes, comment, air, and I'll show you the schools that I like.
Like I said, there's always opportunities and you always continue learning, and that's what matters. The biggest mistake someone can make today is believing they finish school and stop learning, and that doesn't happen anymore. Manufacturers release software updates, new EV systems arrive, ADAS changes, And hybrid technology is evolving. If you don't keep training, you'll be left behind. And that's the reality of the business. So yes, I agree with the report's overall message. The skilled trades deserve more attention. Young people should know there are careers outside of traditional university. Programs like GM ASEP are introducing technicians with dealership experience before graduation, and manufacturers continue investing heavily in technician development because they know demand isn't slowing down. And we have to be brutally honest. If dealerships truly want to solve the auto technician shortage, recruiting students is only half the answer. The other half is giving experienced technicians a reason to stay. Better compensation, better training, better working conditions, because every time a veteran technician walks away, years of knowledge walk out the door with him as well. I like to see more reports like this. The public needs to understand that today's automotive technician is diagnosing computers, electrical networks, and software just as often as mechanical failures. That's a career built on knowledge. No, I want your opinion. If you're already in the trade, what's the biggest reason technicians are leaving? And if you're thinking about becoming a mechanic, what's holding you back? Let's have that conversation right now. If you want more videos like this, like the video and subscribe. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. The links are in the description box below. Stay sharp, stay educated, and I'll catch you in the next one.